Also, Polkadot really reminds me of Luna right now. So, yeah, no, we can talk about Polkadot and Kusama. Does anything like just scream like pop out at you with the price action with Polkadot and Kusama?
Right now, I would say for Polkadot, we did draw these major levels before that we were looking at. We're trying to find that support, and that's what we're trying to say overall, guys. The whole market is in the limbo, and there's a bit of optimism, just a little bit of optimism. Would it be a dead cat bounce? Could 100% be. But that's the thing, you don't predict the market, you prepare for it. So right now I'm looking at things that are, Polkadot. I know what Polkadot is capable of, and it's down 58%, right? 58%. So to me, I'm like, okay, let me just add a bit more, because what's the next thing that Polkadot could fall back down to from here all the way here is another 53%. So maybe I put half of my money right now in terms of risk management. If it drops to the bottom, then I'll average out somewhere here at $12 when things push up. If it's going to zero, then I'll be like, look, if it starts to go really below, then that's a different case. But right now, looks like Polkadot dropped below the support we have from before, and it's right now trying to find support at this previous levels we had over here at the 16.8 $17 basically. And this is the breakout that Polkadot had before on a lower time scale, and you'll see as soon as we broke above this level over here, you can see how we got squeezed pretty bad on the daily, but we're uptrending into this kind of pattern. And as soon as we had a bit of a breakout on the day, we continued to move upwards. So this is a pretty a good level to take a look at, and that's where Polkadot's sitting at right now. So we need to see, is it going to hold the $17? Are we going to keep pushing? You can clearly see how this 100 EMA on the daily at the $24, $25, 100% going to act as a resistance. And on the short term, we need to see what the daily candle. I need to delete this alert, man.
What,
Holy,
Toko?
yeah, it's not even just buy Toku. Maybe we'll talk about Toku if you guys want later on. But 100% and a bit of the next, day or two, $25 is that major resistance we'll be looking at. And if this does not hold, or this level, the $17 does not hold, then we're looking for deeper and deeper levels at the $9 or $10.
Yeah, and folks, look, we got to keep in mind the Polkadot ecosystem. This year, I think, is going to be the biggest year in cryptocurrencies history, or at least could be, at least for some of the major projects. Look, with Ethereum, we have major rollouts with Ethereum 2.0 this year. Cardano, we have Gogan and smart contracts, one of the biggest catalysts. And Polkadot, we have parachains starting in the near future. So for those who don't know, the way Polkadot works is if you want to be a Polkadot project, if you want the scalability, security, and the interoperability that the Polkadot ecosystem offers, you need one of two things: a parachain slot or a parathread slot. A parachain slot gives you 24/7 access to the Polkadot ecosystem. Parathread slot gives you occasional access. To get a parachain slot, you need it's an auction system. So there's going to be a finite amount of slots, 100 slots maximum. When those auctions begin, there will be only a few dozen to start with. And so all the several dozens and dozens, perhaps hundreds of Polkadot projects at this point, all have to compete with each other to raise Polkadot and lock it up and stake it for years in order to get parachain slots. So coming in the near future, next month, next couple months, there's going to be dozens and dozens of projects buying up shit tons of Polkadot to lock them up for potentially years. Can anyone guess what could happen in price action if demand all of a sudden spikes through the roof and supply all of a sudden drops? None of us are economists here, at least I don't think, but price could potentially, go up again.
Yes,
Not
sir.
nothing's guaranteed.
I love how you bring that up every time you talk about Polkadot. It's like, yeah,
Oh
what
yeah.
happens, boys? What happens? What do you think happens here?
Because yeah, man, look, it's because again, it's gonna happen, but not financial advice. Bitcoin is leading the market. If Bitcoin tanks, everything else is gonna tank. But again, man, just like it's only one of the biggest catalysts in this project's history that has insanely bullish tokenomics quickly approaching after a massive dip.
Oh yeah,
Again, guys, is this a screaming once in a lifetime opportunity, or is this a risky play? It's up to you to decide that.
yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah.
So now, what do you think about the chart, though?
I would say, man, look, we're holding above this volume. Very good to see $17, the sideways price action, the 618. So again, we're not making new macro lower lows. It's good to see. Ultimately, guys, what we don't want to see is macro lower lows. We don't want to break below $13.80 again. We want to remain above that volume, that sideways price action, the 618. As long as Polkadot can hold above $20, then Polkadot can recover. Again, I think an impulse could probably take us to retest anywhere from I think 26 to maybe about $30, which was once a base of support here at this region. You can draw this as a slanted, uptrending line or something a bit more straight here. So I think we're probably going to retest that kind of 26, 28, $30 region.